big thing that's coming with this forecast is a lot of sunshine. And I know that we talk about, the wind chill all the time about how that makes it feel, a lot colder. Sunshine's good for at least 5 degrees to make it feel a little bit warmer, right? At least psychologically speaking.
Exactly. And when you look at sunshine, you think warmer, even if you're not even outside yet. But again, today I think will be a touch on the cooler side. But here's the good news. This is the coldest day in the next 7. And the warmest day has a 6 in front of the number on the high. So we got a nice little stretch of weather shaping up. I am concerned.
Don't ruin it.
Well,
just don't ruin it.
I have to give you a little bit of bad news. Not with the actual weather, but what the weather's going to do. We've got some places across the mountains that have anywhere from Moorhead up more than a foot of snow down this way where we have 3 or 4 inches of snow. When that melts, that's going to add to our flooding problem. So not anything actively falling out of the sky, but what's already on the ground can cause some problems.
All that snow's got to go someplace once it finally melts, and it's just been sitting there for the past several weeks.
Right, exactly. We got rid of most of the snow from the last ones, but I'm talking about the new snow we got yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I had about 4 inches on the ground at the house. So just keep in mind that we're going to be dealing with that possibility too this weekend, but sunshine. Think sunshine, and just be careful and keep an eye on your creeks and streams.
All right.
Light pinpoint Doppler radar. We scanned the skies this morning. Not a whole lot to tell you about here at 14 minutes after 5. Good morning to you. If you have to be out, and hopefully you don't, but if you have to be out, make sure you give yourself plenty of time as you head out the door this morning, because slick roads are the name of the game, and there are still some roads that are either probably close to being water covered or water covered in some areas. A lot of those rivers have crested and are starting to go down, but I know for a fact that Cumberland River down toward Williamsburg has not went down yet. It will not even crest until Saturday morning early. So keep that in mind as we go deeper into the week and into the weekend as well. Temperatures cold this morning. 7 in West Liberty, 8 Salyersville, 10 in Prestonsburg and up toward Painesville, Inez as well. 12 in Pikeville, 10 down the Kentucky River corridor till you get to Hyden, where they're at 9. Hazard and Hyman at 10. 8 Jackson, 6 Canton, 10 Whitesburg, 12 Elkhorn City, Phelps and Williamson, West Virginia, 6 in London. We're at 5 in Somerset, 7 in Whitley City, 8 Williamsburg, 12 Middlesboro, 9 Harlan, and 8 in Manchester, 4 and 5 in Mount Vernon and McKee, respectively. Travel forecast, I've got to keep the red light on this morning. Temperatures in the single digits didn't quite get close enough to 0, but we're still there. We're still cold. Slick roads, we still have some minor flooding over those roads, so keep that in mind. Still a lot of folks dealing with that. I tell you what, flooding is one of the worst things you can deal with, because you just can't seem to get anything clean, and it affects everything. So a lot of thoughts and prayers going out to folks who've been affected by this. 30 this afternoon, we'll see sunshine across the board. We're looking at green light conditions, because I think by that point, even though this morning the roads are still in a little bit of rough shape, especially those secondary roads, that's not for lack of trying. That's the problem you're going to have any time with an event like this. When you start as rain, they can't salt the roads because the rain will wash the salt right off. So it's just like you're fighting a losing battle, and then you have to wait till that snow gets started to put that salt on there, and sometimes it takes a while to work. So we see clear skies this morning, not much going on. That's part of the reason we're so cold, because we have those clear skies. We're going to continue to see that trend. Big ridge of high pressure setting up shop basically across the eastern third of the country. Look out there all the way to Omaha, back out toward Virginia Beach. Not a whole lot going on anywhere, so thankfully most of the country getting a bit of a break. We go through time on Future View Lexington with that big snowpack on the ground, down pretty cold this morning, probably below 0 in a lot of areas, but only back to 2 right around 7 o'clock. This afternoon, you see our Future View keeps us in the 20s. I do believe we'll get to right around 30 degrees. Could get a touch warmer. We'll see a little bit of melting try to start happening, but it takes us till probably later in the weekend to get a little bit of activity going with that melt. But again, that causes that risk of more melting into the creeks and streams and the rivers, and that could continue our flood threat into early next week. So we're going to continue to watch that for you. But you see temperatures going up, 30s overnight, 40s and 50s during the day, and eventually we'll get into the 60s, if you can believe it, as we head into the first of next week. 34 today. We'll pick up a west breeze late in the day, 5 to 10. The slick start will give way to sunny conditions. Again, keep an eye on those rivers and your creeks and streams, not necessarily because of what's actively falling, but what will go into once that snow starts to melt. 16 tonight, mostly clear. Cold conditions once again, but not as cold as tonight. That trend slowly ticking upward. 48 tomorrow, 50 on Sunday. A few clouds in the mix on Sunday and Monday. It looks like Tuesday we could see a few stray showers. Our chance for Sunday has went down a little bit. 50 on Sunday, 52 on Monday, 55 though by Tuesday, and into the 60s by Wednesday and Thursday. I know what Mitchell Grogg is going to say. He's going to open that sunroof and get that going there as he goes on his drives. And as we go into the last part of next week, I think we could go even a little bit higher, maybe into the 65-degree range by next Friday. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. But a nice, calm calm stretch of weather over the next several days for the most part, with the exception of Tuesday there. Let's go to our first check of the refrigerator this morning. See what we have for you there behind the magnets on refrigerator art. Nice little picture there from Christian Brock over at Green Hills. Beautiful day in his neighborhood and a beautiful day in ours as we head deeper into the afternoon. Time 5:18. You're watching Mountain News This Morning right here on WYMT.